everyone and welcome back to another Sims 4 building challenge. Today I'm going to try and force Sims in small crevices to live together and make it make sense. Recently suggested by one of you guys, I've created a 3-apartment complex where to fit 3 apartments within one space. Today we're going to be doing 2 apartments, which you may think, oh my god, that's so much easier. Well, each one of those apartments is going to have to not house just one person. I'm going to randomize how many Sims to have in each apartment. Right here, we've got to spin the wheel of numbers between 3 and 8. So I want to randomize how many Sims I'll be building for, but I don't want 1. I don't really want 2 either, because that's just a double bed technically. So we're going to start at a minimum of 3. And of course, 8 is the maximum. So I'm going to spin this wheel twice to determine my 2 separate apartments. So let's just not waste any more time. Let's spin for the first apartment. Who are we going to be building for? Drum roll. Don't give me 8. Don't give me 8. No! Oh my god, don't give me 8. Oh my god, it's 8. Well, happy new year, everyone. We're starting off with chaos. Subscribe for the chaos. And then apartment 2. Please just give me 3. Just give me like a lovely small number. Don't give me, okay, 5. 5. Well, look, that's not too bad. I'm used to building for like 20 Sims, which is fine. Right, so we've got 2 apartments, 1 for 8 people, 1 for 5 people. So of course, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to visit James Turner's website and we are going to pick ourselves where to live. So I have deselected everything besides city living and apartment because I just want to build there. So let's generate ourselves where I'm going to be building today. Right, guys, drum roll, please. Wait a second. Is that not the apartment I just used as an example? San Myshuno, Spice Market, A2 Jasmine Suites. Wait a second. I did just click into... No, not that one. It was this one. I literally just clicked into this one to show you as an example a while ago. I didn't even bat an eyelid and that's the one we've got to build in. I always feel like there's someone watching me when I do these challenges, especially if I spin a wheel and something weird happens. But things like this, like that's a very weird coincidence. Okay, I guess we're building here today. Technically, I've got to make 2 apartments out of this and I have to fit 8 Sims into one apartment and 5 Sims into the other apartment, and so far this is like a 2, 3 at a push because there's a bassinet, a 3 family home this is. Oh guys, you thought that in the new year things would be normal, things would be different. No, nothing is normal, nothing is different. Things are just going downhill at a rapid rate. Well guys, if you are new here or if you're enjoying this out of that, please don't forget to subscribe. As I'm recording this, it's still the 31st, but I want to wish everyone a very happy new year. So subscribe if you are enjoying my content. Right guys, I'm ready. Let's bulldoze the whole thing, and similar enough to the other place as well, or the other build. Building here is actually so annoying because like this building is in the way, then the other one gets in the way. And how many tiles is this even? So I just did some maths. It's 106 tiles, right, this place, which is not that bad. We do have this awkward kind of nook right here, which is a little bit annoying, but since I'm creating 2 separate apartments, I need to create a foyer area for this door because you can't just enter one apartment and not be able to enter another one. I'm gonna try maybe not do as many like cats and dogs because I could just do like a crazy cat lady with 7 cats. Maybe I'll allow myself to do like 1 pet for each house, like for each apartment. Logically, it would make sense if I did a foyer area like this, right? And we could divide the space up like this. So I could fit 8 Sims into this household and then 5. Sorry, this is not going to make any sense. So logically then I'd go for like the front door. Oh, also I'm not doing any like specific style today because I did colors as well in the past, which I'd be interested to try this again if you guys are interested in this. But maybe next time we could also do like colors, maybe even styles. Like imagine an aesthetic for each apartment. There we go. So then then what? I could maybe at least add a little bit of something to this apartment, but that way then how many tiles are in this apartment now? So logically this is 52 tiles. Wow, beautiful maths. And this one is, oh, this one's 50 tiles. That seems a little lousy to this apartment, so maybe I'll actually add 4 tiles back to this. So this would make it 56 and then this would be 48. Yeah, that probably makes more sense. Maybe let's start off with the family of 8 because I feel like that is going to be the main issue here. So obviously we know, as you maybe have seen on my channel, I've done many challenges like this where I fit like an uncomfortable amount of people together. So of course today I'm going to apply some of those theories to this as well. So we of course can use our bunk beds. We will have to do like a mom and dad kind of situation, but I am actually kind of thinking we could essentially do a merge Murphy bed today. If that's the case, then I could do a small bathroom back here, like a little 4-tile bathroom. And it's so pretty. Then I could fit another sort of like bedroom, which would be essentially just like the first and only bedroom of this apartment. Logically, we could fit 1, 2. And can I fit a third one here? If I do this, that's 2, 4, 6. Wait, that would be 8 Sims technically, but maybe that's just a bit too much. No, look, maybe we'd get rid of one of the beds. I could allow us to have at least a cat, or else we could go maybe for like a baby. But then where do we put the kitchen? It would be kind of nice to have the kitchen maybe on this wall here. So we could do a door to the bathroom like this. We'd run the kitchen on this wall, so we could have another door to this bedroom here. Or wait, guys, what if we just flip the whole thing around? Because I was trying to think maybe I could fit like a bathroom just as we come through here. But now that I think about it, I could probably just move this room over this way, remove this space. Then we could actually flip this room around that way. And in this corner, we could create like a small little room for somebody else. As well as that, we could do a bathroom kind of like right here. This way then I could have a bathroom that's big enough, as well as a separate kind of sort of bedroom. And in this room, we could actually fit like a little toddler bed and actually even a bassinet potentially. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is actually 8 Sims. Then again though, is there a way of making a master bedroom here? Probably not. Unless I actually delete all this and create this as a master bedroom. Because I know that this will be functional for 2 Sims to get around that corner, because we've done that many times. But then I still need to fit 2 extra Sims. And I know I said to myself that I can do pet as one of them. So that might be okay if I maybe do a tiny bathroom sort of like this way. We could do like a kitchen even here. And today I could also do my little hack of putting in a dishwasher instead of a counter. So this would actually allow me to do a small little sitting room in this corner too. Okay, I'm changing my whole idea. Okay, I changed the whole house around again because I just was not happy. I kind of want to make this look a little bit more interesting. So I think I am going to add a pet, right? So if we add a cat, that way then we've got 1, 2, 3. So that's our constant. 2 parents and 1 cat. Then I want maybe 2 like newborn babies, kind of like this, in this little section that kind of comes off of the parents' room. And honestly, myself, I would hate the idea of sleeping on a Murphy bed inside a room that's open plan with a kitchen, because imagine cooking pasta and then your bed smells like pasta. I just need to add 3 more Sims into this room rather than 4. So in this room, I could add maybe just like a toddler bed too. So we've almost got like a bunk bed as well as a toddler in this room. So it's a little bit more diverse. So we've got kind of like a little bit of everything, because we could have like a teenager and a kid and a toddler, 2 newborns and then 2 adults. I think that that would probably make a little bit more sense. And then of course we could create some sort of a sitting room in this section. I don't think that would be too difficult. I mean, it would be really fun to try this. Also spinning for what Sims I have to put in here so that I'm not in control, because I like picking who I can add here. Let me know if you want me to try this like the hardcore version, but I think maybe with this we could try and make something kind of interesting. So we could also then create maybe we could do the kitchen on this side. So that would be just as you come through. I know this hallway is a little bit narrow, but that technically still should be functional. We could do a tiny little like dining table here. If I brought really small chairs like this, of course I will be playtesting this in a minute. We will do a cat, because I feel like a cat for an apartment is just a little bit better than a dog. So we can add a little scratching post, maybe this one because it's skinnier, and we'll add a litter box as well. I mean, you could probably have a dog and it would be easier because you could just not put a litter box and ask the dog to leave to go potty. But I feel like for a cat for an apartment, it's just much better. Anyways, so this is your kind of front entrance. The door is quite big, to be honest with you. I did pick out this door. Now I'm kind of regretting it, because I could have put something in this gap as well if I've made the door smaller, unless we actually put the door to the bathroom here. I guess it's kind of far from like everything else. I mean, guys, I don't think that's a bad layout. It's a little squishy over here with the scratching post, so maybe we'll actually put the scratching post even in like the kids' bedroom. Like, why not? I mean, the 2 toddlers or 2 infants, they're not gonna know there is a cat in there. I could even move them over onto this side, and I essentially could even fit like a little cat bed. I mean, maybe the cat is like super overprotective of the kids. So that essentially is 8 Sims. Let me just try to figure out the bathroom as well. I would probably need a bath now that I think about this, because we do have a toddler. Now you can wash babies in the sink, also with a Hoover. I have tried that in The Sims, but something is telling me to actually put one of these in here. Yeah, no, that's not gonna fit though, is it? it. Unless we change the front doors, we could use like these instead. And essentially I could add this little square to the bathroom. It's a bit narrow, this hallway, but it's 8 Sims that I'm trying to fit in here. So yeah, I'm trying my best. I could even put the tub this way, and we could have one of our small tiny sinks that way. And a toilet should be functional here, especially if I use like this one. Yeah, that should be absolutely fine, guys. That should be a beautiful functional bathroom, and it will be able to wash a toddler here. Let me add some windows and things, and then we'll figure out whether this is actually functional. So let me see, what kind of windows do we want? Oh, like these ones. Okay, I don't really like those type of windows. So it would logically have to be these windows that I would have to add. I might actually do these windows. I know they're slightly different, but honestly, I don't know. I don't really care that much. This house is slightly weird and different. So maybe I'll use these windows because these are a little bit bigger and they just add a little bit more natural light. I mean, something is telling me to really do like contemporary windows in here to really like maximize the amount of light that's coming through. But I guess it probably would make sense if I just went for something slightly more traditional looking, because that's just not gonna fit the build like at all. So maybe in this little section I could add like this thing. I just want a window here. I think that would look cool, but that's also like a totally different window to the rest of them. But it is base game, so it does fit that same kind of old sort of feeling, because this is like an old building, I want to say. So they haven't changed the windows because they're not allowed. They're not allowed. They have to comply with the rules of the building, I suppose. Does that make any sense? Then like what window do I put into this room? Well, unless I actually flip the kids. Okay, I flip the beds around and actually change the little toddler bed to this. Well, actually I could probably change it back to the other bed. As long as I just have a window in their room, that is a necessity. So I think I could still use this one. Yeah, I think this one's quite cute, and it almost like resembles a little bunk bed. So maybe that's kind of, you know, it's a future bunk bed, because obviously we will need more space when these kids grow up. But I think that makes sense. We don't have many windows in this house. We technically just have at least one in the living space, at least one in each bedroom. We don't have any in the bathroom, but look, that's fine. Things like that happen, so it's not the worst. I'd like to think that all will be functional. Should I get a sim in here just in case? Honestly, the only thing I want to check is whether she can actually get in here through this really narrow hallway. Oh yeah, she's up here now. She's coming through the hallway. Can you get through this? Yes, you can. Okay, and then can you go over there? Oh, well, look, she's perfect. She's absolutely going to get in there. Can you just get into both sides of the bed? I'm 90% sure you can. Yeah, you can get into this one. Then can you go over to the other side of the bed? Well, obviously you can that way. But no, can you get out? Yeah, okay. No, she can get out. I think that makes sense. There's 2 bassinets here, which I know they are functional. I guess maybe just check the toilet as well, just in case. Yeah, there we go. Can you take a shower? The sink is functional. Yeah, and the shower seems to be all functional, so that's all good. Okay, so the only thing we've got to do now is just decorate the space. And I think what I'm actually going to do, since I'm not picking colors today, I think I'll make one of the apartments like a light theme and the other one kind of dark. So considering this one is very kind of clustered and cluttered and there's a lot of people, maybe let's make this one slightly brighter, and then we'll make the 5 sim home kind of darker. So like dark woods, more heavier kind of looking furniture. Whereas I like how everything here is almost like a light wood. Like we can even keep this bed, but maybe we can go for a little bit of like a green theme. So nice, maybe pastel colors. Something like maybe like this on the floor. That's kind of like a nice wood. We could carry that throughout the whole space. Yeah, for the bathroom, we could actually maybe go for this like light green color as well. And maybe we could run that. Okay, that's a lot though. Wait now. Maybe if I just change the flooring to slightly, maybe more warmer. Yeah, that's a little bit brighter. We could maybe change this color to a lighter kind of wood. It is a little bit annoying how there's no window in the bathroom. That's not usually something I like to do. But as I said, it is absolutely possible. Just because we don't like it doesn't mean it's possible. Plus, it's still functional. I know it doesn't really make sense, but a lot of these things are really just to show that, look, there is some storage. It doesn't matter what it looks like or how it is, but there is storage there. I could even put like 2 up above here, or is that too much? Maybe that's a bit much. We don't really want to be doing that, I don't think. These toothbrushes barely fit on this tiny little cabinet. I mean, this doesn't actually have to be that small, so maybe again for that realism we could go with a white sort of cabinet with some shelving on it to show like, oh, where are these 8 Sims putting away their toothbrushes? Inside those drawers. Everything you know about these Sims is inside those drawers. That's what I'm telling you, and that's what it is. So So I don't know. I don't really like any of these sinks for the bathroom though. That is my only worry. Maybe this one's okay. So yeah, if you're wondering where all the towels are, where all of the toothbrushes are for the remaining Sims, that's where they all are. They're inside the drawers. That is, well, actually, you know what? Maybe I will add at least one little towel. We can maybe just do this one at the side. Maybe like on this wall. There we go. And then we could do a green little robe on the door as well, because we know that that should be functional. Okay, so that is our bathroom. Now for the actual kitchen layout, I know that this is going to be functional, but I actually don't like coming in straight into the stove. Something is telling me to actually do a fridge here, so that the fridge almost acts as a little bit of a divider, like a wall between the kitchen, because I would just hate the idea of having like a stove as you come through. But I know from experience that fridge is kind of big, so maybe we could just pick a smaller one. Like even this one already is so much smaller, and you could tuck it in a little bit. We could even do the matching stove then. Yeah, there we go. That looks a little bit better. I guess we could just leave the black countertop, even though I did just say I wanted some lighter colors, so maybe I'll actually change it to a different one. Maybe this kind of white textured sort of marble one looks a little bit nicer here. And then for the top, it doesn't really matter what we have. We could even have like those, or maybe just these regular white ones too. I think I might just do a trash chute as well. I mean, you could probably do a regular bin here too. I can imagine that 2 of these would be functional here. We don't really need 2 of them though, do we? So the trash chute probably makes that little bit more sense here. But then again, isn't there like a trash chute? Yeah, there's a trash chute over there. So maybe if I can fit a little bin, I should probably fit a bin like this. Yeah, that probably makes that a little bit more sense, like logically, even though nothing in my builds usually makes sense. I mean, I don't want things to make sense at the end of the day. I'm okay with things being slightly weird. I feel like since this is a nice angle, we should probably pick a bit more of like an angular table. Maybe this nice light wooden one would be pretty. And again, since we're going for nice light colors in this apartment, we could go for maybe these chairs to match. Wow, such nice and light colors here. So chill. I don't know what we're going to do in the other apartment, but apparently this one's very chill. The other one apparently is not going to be. Maybe we could do a little bit of like that green in the bedroom. And then we could also do a nice funky green in this little infants, newborns room. Should we attach them together? Maybe not. I guess these were twins, so maybe these are going to be attached at the hip. And then this is the cat's little section. No, the cat shares a room with the 2 infants. I guess we do need a dresser, like a chest of drawers. So I guess I'm going to go and resort to one of these kind of small skinny ones. Like I guess this one will probably work here quite nicely. So maybe we could do this. But then again though, if we do this one has a little bit more storage space as well, so we can maybe add some baby stuff here too. Oh, I will need a potty. Well, technically I don't, but would like to have one, so maybe I will add one here. The toddler, like logically you don't have to potty train your toddler, but no, we're trying to do things properly. Usually in my games we like to try and do things properly, but whether that works out, we don't really question it. Oh, we could have a Wabbit tablet too, so like the toddler is like, oh, I really want my Wabbit tablet, but we're like, no, only at certain times of the day, not all the time, so you will get it when you deserve it. Anytime I do these challenges where I'm like trying to fit as many things into one room as possible, I always feel like I can't be wasting space on a wall, because I'm like, this wall is so empty that I'm like, should I be putting something on this wall, like towels? But then like it doesn't look very good, so I should probably just stop. Oh, these could be cool as bedside lockers actually, if there was like a wooden version of this. Wait a second, I mean logically I don't even know whether that would be functional here, but honestly functionality is not the key in my builds, especially in these tiny homes. Well, no, it is, but it doesn't look like it would be functional. I'll check it out. Mirrors are really handy in The Sims because like they reflect space. I mean, they reflect light to make the space feel bigger. Also, your sim could just use mirrors to practice charisma or whatever the heck. So mirrors are actually a pretty interesting, like, architectural idea, but also in The Sims, they make a lot of sense. So maybe I will actually just add like a big mirror here because it'll just make this space feel a lot bigger. This is what I've got in the kids' room as well. I haven't really done too much. I gave the cat some like toys. So maybe the cat likes to play with the babies. I have no idea what the heck this cat is or what type of a cat this is, but this cat seems great. So maybe I'll just put some like random little things here as well, like maybe this object, and I could just like clutter it with some extra kind of baby stuff. Well, you'll be glad to know none of these baby stuff actually clips onto the shelf, like nothing. Not even this stupid ladybug fits up there. Oh, this thing does, but these are like newborn children. Do they need pencils? I'm not sure. I'm also not the biggest fan of working with high walls. It's just, I don't know, it just feels a little bit overwhelming trying to fit as many things as possible and looking at like these massive like just tall walls. And I hate hate the idea of having your like chandelier, your ceiling light too like low down, especially in a bedroom. So I think I'm just gonna leave this bedroom like this. Let me just do this one off camera and then we'll work a little bit on the sitting room together. And then we'll move on to our other apartment, which is going to be a bigger struggle because it's smaller. I actually just wanted to show you, this is what I've done for the bedside locker for these kids. I thought that it would make sense because at least this kid down here in the bottom bunk could have a little bedside locker. The toddler could have a bedside locker. And then the person in the top bunk could also have somewhere to even put like a cup of tea on top of. Because I personally think that if you can't bring your cup of tea into bed, you are not even going to bed, honestly. So that's the only snapping point for the cup of tea up there. Jesus, that's terrible. I am just coming into that terrible realization of the fact that I actually don't have a little like office space anywhere. And I usually do really like doing that. So that is not that great. Where can I put an office space in here? Oh no, wait a second. I'm gonna have to change this because I do want these people to be able to have a computer in here. Unless I really bring this forwards. Unless we go this way, stay with me. That's awfully close to the TV, but you know what? Not my problem. And then what? Then we could actually do like a little kitchen dining room section like this. That would like really nicely separate the two spaces together. I could even move the door over that way. So that's something. And then we could put like a little section, like a little computer in this portion. It does make sense. I mean, obviously kids can do homework on the ground, so we're not too bothered by them. But it's kind of nice to have a little computer so that, you know, you can like find a job or whatever the heck you want to do with your Sims on the computer. But like even writing a book for money, it just makes sense to at least have a computer here, I think. And that is usually like the Sandra special, I suppose. Can't believe I forgot it. I could probably also fit 3 chairs here now. And I still think that should be functional, even though obviously that walkway from the bedroom is a little bit awkward. I think over here, this should also be functional. I could then, just to free up a little bit of space, put the food bowl for the cat over here. Maybe I'll just cover this window with a curtain as well, just to show that, look, we can open it. But for now, it's just closed. Don't worry about it. Maybe I'll move this a little bit over so it feels less squished. It is a bit squishy, but look, at least we've got somewhere like for a computer. So again, since this room is quite, well, this whole house is meant to be quite like light colors, nothing too dark, I might just go for a very simple, maybe like a little bit of like a light wood. Maybe you could go for like a pastel yellow. I'm kind of sensing yellow in this room. You know, these people are stuck, 8 of them in one room, but they're happy, and yellow is a very happy color. So maybe I could add like a nice pop of, God, that's a very, very bright yellow. Can I make the couch yellow too? I feel like it's this table that's pissing me off. I absolutely hate how high these walls are. Like, it's just too much for me. Like, do I put these cabinets all the way up there and then allow nobody to reach them? I wanted to do a little bit of a backsplash with this. Then that does look awfully awkward. Well, actually, I feel like I need to change the color of everything to yellow now, but things are so yellow that I feel like it's a bit much. No, maybe I'll put like a shelf up there with some greenery, like some plants at least. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, this room is making me feel a little bit sick. This is what I've added here in the corner. I don't think it's too bad. It should still be functional. I'm trying to like maybe fill some of the really high wall space with some like detail, but again, it's not really looking very good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of the high walls. I think they do stress me out, so I'm gonna just put in a little bit of extra clutter. I'm not gonna make it too extreme, but I suppose it does make sense to always add a little bit of realism in these spaces, like even if it's like the tiniest addition of a shelf with like a nice little plant underneath it. And I guess we could also maybe add some extra books. Oh, the books don't go onto the nice shelf. That's so annoying. Okay guys, so I think this tiny little apartment is all complete. Actually no, I was gonna add a little kids light maybe inside the kids room, just maybe like a nice blue little light here to match. I really like that light blue color. I think that does look quite cute here, and I love the little clutter that I've created here with the bedside locker. So look, there is a potty, there is 2 kids in here. Now if they do want to get changed, they do go into their parents' room, and that is where all the imaginary clothes are stored. So you get the drill. I know it's not like super realistic, but we get the vibe. I've also added a little bit of extra clutter over here. There's like maybe some bills and some savings because they're trying to get a bigger apartment. Maybe that's what's going on here. But that is our first small little place. So let's move on and let's actually try and figure out how to put 5 Sims into apartment number 2. So So I guess I am going to also use this tiny door here as well. It probably would make more sense to kind of maximize our space that way as much as possible. Now, 5 Sims. Of course, we're going to again do 2 adults. It logically would make sense. I mean, we could probably do like roommates, but logically you would want everyone to have like their own little space, which would be really tough. So I think again, like a 5-person family would probably be the most logical thing. We could do some sort of a bathroom straight as you come in, or else we could even do maybe the front entrance that way and create this as a bedroom. Imagine this, right? So just imagine this. Please, everybody right now, just like turn on your imagination. Imagine if we do a little parents' bedroom and the parents also just had a little newborn baby. So we've got a little bassinet, just one this time, nothing too major. But we've got a nice little parents' room. Wait, now, I guess the bed will have to go this way. Yeah, so there you go. We've got a little baby in the corner. Very cute, very logically placed. So then we'd also have the entrance to the bedroom right here. Now, this is also the entrance to the apartment, which is a little silly, to be honest with you. Like, it's very close to the master bedroom door, but then again, do I really care? No, not really. Okay, so this would allow me to also do a nice, maybe like big window here as well. We could kind of get inspired by the idea of the 2 windows here too. We could do like 1 and 2 sort of like this way. Is that nice? Kind of makes sense, kind of doesn't. You get the gist. That's 3 Sims already, mind you. So I mean, this is only a 5 Sim household, so I feel like we'll be able to create something kind of okay with this. We've got this little thing that technically you can't get rid of, so we could potentially just hide it with a fridge or something, because I don't really like the idea of that being there, but this fridge beautifully hides that, so no one will ever know. This is also going to be our darker apartment, which is great. Now, do I maybe just do another bedroom like this? I guess we could do a bathroom like this, which is absolutely terrible. That is such a horrible little alleyway. This inside this corner has to be some sort of a sitting room. I don't really like the idea of the half walls. They do really make it very difficult to try and figure out a small space, but we could create a kitchen scenario like this, probably the same sort of vibe as in the other house. Oh, I don't like putting the stove next to the fridge, but I feel like in this case we might have to. And then we also do a little couch. Where, Sandra? Where? Well, no, look, we could do a little couch like this. Mind you, that is a lot of wasted space around, but if we do a couch sort of like that, oh, I'll probably have to put windows on this, won't I? Yeah, I probably will. Never mind. So even if we were to do like a window, oh God, that looks a bit ugly. So I could maybe just do like 2 of these like that. Is that nice? We then do a small accent table. I know this is not ideal. I don't really like putting TVs right in front of windows, because look, if it's a nice sunny day, you're not going to see the TV because the sun is going to come through and it's going to shine in your eyes. No one sees the TV, but we don't really care because beggars can't be choosers. So we do this, put a little nice TV like that. Inside this corner, we could do an office space. Else, I could essentially divide this space a little bit and actually make a bathroom like this. Since we are not going to have toddlers here, well, I'm presuming we're not going to have toddlers. Well, logically, I was actually going to put bunk beds here because that would really just solve all my problems. That is a bit of a squishy room, but then again, this is a squishy challenge, so I think I'm okay with that. We could turn that newborn into... Oh my God, I just realized I don't have a litter box. How many of you were screaming that I don't have a litter box in this room? Do I just pretend it's a dog? But I put so many like scratching posts over there. I would really like the litter box to be in the bathroom, unless I put it in like this. We could just have this here. Is that going to be functional? Oh guys, it's a bit disgusting, I'm not gonna lie, because you're gonna like step into the litter box, but I guess that's okay. I don't know. Oh my God, that literally just like dawned on me that I don't have a litter box. So I could do like a bathroom entrance sort of this way. So we have like a little sitting room area. Then over here we could do a small dining table as well, maybe. Surely that would be functional if I do this. Maybe if I put it at a bit of like an angle like this. So then this becomes our bathroom. Sometimes I can't even take things with a straight face anymore. I just have to laugh. And look, at least we're laughing, because laughter is the best remedy for everything. It's the cure for life, really. Isn't it? So yeah, anyways, so this is going to be our bathroom. It looks terrible at the moment. It probably will still look terrible in a while when we're done, but imagine if we just literally do like a little shower head. We're gonna have to, what the heck are we gonna do with this electrical box? Well, look, we could just sit next to the electrical box when we're on the toilet. I mean, do you remember that little Polish build I did and I told you about like the boiler that was just above my bath and everything was very scary every time I took a bath? Look, maybe that's always the same. It's the same here. It doesn't matter, guys. It's just an electrical fuse box inside a steamy bathroom. What could go wrong? I guess I'm then just going to go for the really small sink like this as well, and we're really going to tuck that into the wall. And I personally don't think that's too bad of a look. I can even put the shower sort of like this way. So we've got a little bit of more room for the shower. The toilet should be fine this way. Look, we don't need a bath in this space. Like if you want to take a bath, you knock on your next door neighbor's door and ask them if you could use the bath. Now this space right here, now that I think about it, I could have elongated the bathroom a little bit and made it like this. That's not too bad, I guess. But then the bathroom becomes comically large comparing to the rest of the house. So I can't really make it any skinnier. Let's just take the whole house apart again. And this allows me to have like a little nook for something. Whether we want there to be a nook, I'm not really sure. Because I still want to do a little desk nook so at least people can go on the computer. Like the same sort of shenanigans as this. But then again, now that I think about it, I think I need to undo everything. I think I need to do the bathroom by the door. Because I guess it would probably make more sense to have the whole family sitting together with like a desk nook right here instead by the electrical box. It's very safe. You know, your laptop turns off, just connect it back to the box. It will be fine. Maybe we could just use like a fun little divider or like a curtain to close this off. Again, that does seem like an awful fire hazard. But maybe there's a way that I could actually just like close this off a little bit. Or like a bookcase. Wait a second. There's nothing in the rule books about a bookcase. That looks like it really nicely fits the space. And you can still see the fuse box through it because we could still access it. So like when the man comes to check the meter and he has to read the fuse box meter or whatever the heck he would do. He doesn't do that, I don't think, but whatever. You could still access it through the books, and that's like a fun little book nook corner. So this allows me to just have a little bit more space in the sitting room, and we could even add like another little poof or like a living room chair. My God, we've so much room, but we don't have a bathroom, so let's work on that. So yeah, for the bathroom, I kind of thought it would make sense if we just do something like this. I know it's strange. I know it's weird. The hallways are chronicle, but I guess this is just the whole idea of this challenge, is that we're really maximizing our space as best as possible and making it look like people would have fun here and people could do whatever they want and they could live a good happy life in this room. Now that I think about it, should I not be using this corner for a dining room instead? But then again, your Sims can eat wherever, so maybe not. Maybe we're okay with this. So we come through the front door. This is our little foyer area. I'm instantly going to put a little mirror here because I think that's kind of fun. Logically, you're coming through the door. You want to make sure that you look good before you leave. So you have a little mirror. Then instantly we've got a cluster of doors, which again is not really, it's not a very realistic thing. I think watching Delay's video when she was making like the realistic build, she talked about how like doors usually have a little bit of room like around each other. Whereas in The Sims, they get forced to be squished in. So I don't really like that idea. So I'm going to move this door a little bit so that there's at least a little bit of a like a realistic gap. Again, nothing here is supposed to be realistic, and I'm always the advocate for that. Like, it's not supposed to be super realistic, guys. It's just The Sims. It doesn't matter. But at least here I could then add like a proper shower. We could have the door to the bathroom, I suppose, like here, so it would be nice and easy to access from the bedrooms as well as from the living area. Because I guess I could have it here like right at the front door, but that's just like so many doors. It's a little bit shocking. But I could create a nice shower in this corner. We could even do like a proper built up one. I actually really like this one. Oh no, sorry, it was this one that I like. I kind of like the colors of this one. We could do like a fun black one. Oh wait, I didn't realize it had this kind of design on the side of it. Oh, maybe not that one. Maybe let's go for this one. Oh, this one also has a design on it. Again, remember, this is just sketching at the moment, but this house is going to be very dark. Oh my God, this actually looks so funny already. Like zooming out and seeing how much I've squeezed in already is actually hilarious. But look, this is going to be perfect because on this side we could have a nice, even like bigger sink, because again, we're trying to maximize the storage space. And then we've got a nice toilet. I think that's not too bad, guys. So we've got, again, a newborn baby, which again, they are objects in The Sims, so that's fantastic. All you got to do is just like change the nappy. You don't need anything except for a bin, actually, to bin the nappies. We've got the two parents, which is perfect. So that's 3. And then two, maybe like, again, twin children inside this room. It's a very squishy room, to be fair. But look, at least in the living space, one person could always be like here, maybe reading a book or on the computer. We've got a nice dining space. So I actually feel like this is not a bad layout. Hallways are a little bit weird, but I think in real life, hallways actually are narrow. So I think it's just in The Sims, they feel like extremely narrow. They feel a little bit claustrophobic. So this house is going to be dark. So I kind of want to use maybe like these floors. I think these floors are quite cute. We might do wood everywhere as well. Although, do I like this floor? Maybe I don't like this. No, I do like this floor, but I feel like there's something kind of weird about it. Maybe this color is a bit nicer. It's a bit like warmer. Or maybe we could do like a little rug, like a carpet inside the kids' room or something. But it has to be kind of more darker colors. Like, it's okay if there's a little bit of lightness, but I will be changing the majority of these to like dark colors just to see the kind of contrast of these beautiful light pastel colors, maybe with some like darker, more moodier tones. Like, this already looks kind of cool. I do like this couch, to be fair, because it's so skinny. So maybe I could actually just do something like this. For the table, the round table is quite nice, but maybe let's make it black and we'll just make the chairs a bit better. I don't know why chairs don't sell properly when you're trying to remove a table, but whatever. That chair is still a bit awkward by the fridge. I'm not going to lie. I think I might have to play test that in a minute. But once I've figured out the majority of my items, I will get my sim in here. Don't you worry. We will play test this. This is kind of fun. Something is telling me to move the whole fridge and kitchen setup around this way. But then that chair is still very awkward here. Damn it. Where do I put the chair? I guess I can't really do a kitchen inside this nook, can I? Maybe if I just move everything over a little bit. So if I move the table like that. Oh, sorry. The console table like this, then just to kind of offset the imbalance of the item being like this, I could put a nice curtain here, preferably my favorite one like this. There we go. Oh, and we can also cover it. Oh no, because I will cover half of my chair. Never mind. Okay, we'll just cover this window. Why is this not clipping inside there? It's like it allows me to go here and down there, but then as soon as I go up, it just won't. Oh my god, why are you being like this? What is going on? I guess this doesn't really clip. Like, it still clips through the wall. I know I shouldn't care too much about the clip. Wait, that's much better. Wait, guys, I figured it out. I could do it this way. It looks a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie, because it's like awfully close. But maybe this looks a little bit more normal. Like, you're kind of facing the wall, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little weird. Because the table is round, it allows me to like move it around and fit whichever way I want to. I'm gonna do this because it looks the most like realistic and normal that I would do in my house. I'm going to keep this fridge. I'm gonna go for the darker color. Might change the stove. Honestly, I'm not really the biggest fan of having the stove here, but I feel like the fridge in this section is gonna look very awkward because we don't really want to narrow this hallway anymore. So I think in today's video, unfortunately, I will put the stove next to the fridge, which, as I said, usually is against like every single rule, and every morsel of my body tells me no, don't do it. But today we're doing it, unfortunately. It's The Sims. They won't mind. Well, we'll mind when everything goes on fire. Maybe we could go for like the brownie kind of colors instead. There's a nice brown dishwasher as well from Life and Death. Oh my god, I love this. I think I'm a fan of the darker colors more than I am of the lighter colors. I just love the idea of gold. I'm allergic to gold. I don't know if if I've told you this, but every time I got my ears pierced with gold or else wore any gold jewelry, I would just break out in hives. Terrible, terrible news. So I'm actually allergic to gold, but I love like the look of it. As long as it's not touching me, then it's fine. Oh, I could use this curtain. Yes, guys. Finally, the cogs are turning. It only took me like ages. I mean, I don't know how much in this video I am talking about it, but I obviously did take a little bit of a festive break, which was lovely. And I'm kind of only really getting back into recording now. So I'm still a little bit, you know, taking my time here and there. So if I make some mistakes, if I forget some concepts, please let me know in the comments if I could have done anything different. But I think that's kind of fun. Do we care that the curtain is clipping through? I feel like we don't. I feel like in real life we would just tuck the curtain behind. So maybe we don't care. I'll pull it out as best as I can, but I don't care about the curtain being tucked in. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't care. I think this is fun. This looks good so far. I like the idea of the poof here. I will play test it, of course, in a minute. I might get a different desk altogether because this is actually a nice big area. So I feel like we could work with something really nice here. And by nice, I mean maybe like this desk instead. Oh, sorry. This brown desk, it's just like so yummy. Like I could eat it. It's so pretty. And then this chair with the gold legs. I'm crying. I guess maybe like this thing, if I put this on its side. Oh, Jesus. Look at the texture on that. That is glitter central. Sorry, not glitter. Pixel central. Yeah, maybe this little bookcase like that on its side doesn't look too bad there. Like it would be kind of awkward to get into it. Or maybe the brown. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I love the brown. Maybe in this house we actually have like a proper PC. Well, not a proper PC, but just like a bigger computer. And again, I'll do like a nice shelf up above just for a little bit of decoration. Oh, maybe we go for like this desk or this shelf, kind of like that. That's kind of funky. I guess we don't need any more books, but we could do a gold one of these in the corner. And then inside this little thing, well, it probably should be a plant, logically. Basil plant? Yes. Sorry, we love the basil plant. I just don't know why. Everyone gets a basil plant. If it's a bedside locker, basil plant. I love this space so far and I haven't even done anything else yet to it. I just think these colors, oh, they're just beautiful. I'm sorry. They're magnificent. Wow, I love the dark kind of brick. So this brick is from, I was gonna say Making Magic. That's Sims 1. This pack, anyways. And it's like one of my favorite looking bricks because they just look so worn and they look so kind of irregular because some of these bricks just look so repetitive. It can get a little bit much. I also really love this textured wallpaper from Life and Death, but is that too much texture? Like, does it look not really cozy? Maybe we need to make it a little bit more like homey vibes. The heck does that mean? Maybe just this regular kind of wall is a little nicer. Like it just looks a little bit more like they painted it and didn't actually scuff up the walls that bad. Then we could maybe add a little bit of tiling back here. Maybe just like super kind of black tiling just on this wall, and then the rest could just also be black. So obviously like this is a much more of a darker house. I think I might also change the doors to the dark brown, which this is my favorite swatch of these doors. Oh no, sorry, it's this one. That's my favorite one, is it? Maybe actually the lighter wood is what I prefer. Yeah, there we go. That's lovely. So for the kids' room as well, we will try and make it kind of, oh, okay, that's very black. I want to try and make it still, you know, like kids kind of vibes, but maybe they're more so like fancy kind of kids. Wait, now, can I just pick a different bed? Wait, now, one of these beds actually has like really cool designs. Which one is it? Is it you? Or it must be you, actually. Yeah, this one's actually really wait, is it this one? Yeah, this one has like really cool designs on the headboard. There's no kind of dark color though that I could choose. Guess we could go for this one. Like if there's a little bit of white, surely we won't mind. But then again though, this is supposed to be a dark apartment, so do we allow the white? Maybe we do. It's kids, let them have it. Yeah, and then we could go this bed at the bottom. Actually, that pillow is clipping through a little bit, but we can just pretend it's not. I guess that's okay. So that's going to be the kids' room. For the wallpaper, we could just do like black. Whoa, that is awfully black. Can't see any detail. Or we could go for this green. Yes. Okay, that's kind of fun. Maybe the green is okay. I think there's like a green bedside locker. Oh no, that's bluish. What about you? I mean, it does cover a lot of the window, I'm not gonna lie, but I guess this could be okay. Does that look nice? Kind of doesn't. I feel like the window is freaking me out. Maybe we need a smaller bedside locker. Maybe just like this rock. Oh, that's so like contemporary vibes. Is it even a rock or is it wood? Oh, it's rock. Okay. Because sometimes I think about this as just like a block of wood, but maybe that is just like really fancy, like super snazzy. I feel like I need to do every room as a different curtain. And you guys, I don't know. I don't know whether anyone needs to see every room as a different curtain, but I feel like I need to just get it out of my system. I need to get all of those videos out of my system. Like every room is random everything, and then we can stop and move on. And maybe then once I complete all of these kind of challenges, that's when my channel will really get accepted into YouTube. Anyways, oh, we could do this. That's kind of funky. Or this. I miss Adventure Awaits, honestly. Not that it's gone anywhere, but I just really like that bag. I can't pick out a curtain. This is terrible. Okay, the only problem I have with this room is that with just like really minimal decoration, that's kind of all I can do. Like I can't really do anything else. If I put anything in this walkway, Sims will think it's non-functional. So I guess maybe the only thing I could do is do like a little bit of a bookcase. Like maybe these kids don't like toys, which is kind of rude and sad, but maybe these kids just really like to read books. They're just kind of more chill vibed kids. Oh, maybe I could put this thing up there. That's kind of funky. If we put this up there in this like lovely green color, can some books go on it? No, of course they can't. And then maybe we could just have like a few toys. Like we could have like some toys maybe stacked in the corner, like this dude. Oh my god, is that Bob Pancakes? Oh, wait a second. Is this Bob? I did not know Bob Pancakes was one of these items. Cow, plant, and a gnome. Oh my god, that's actually really cute. And just like Bob Pancakes. That is so funny. I'm sorry, we have to add Bob in here. And his head actually perfectly fits inside that corner. So we've got like a few little toys, but maybe these are like kids that are not like that young anymore. So like they've only got like a couple of toys. They're cooler than that, you know? And logically, your Sims can technically change with a mirror. So you don't need a chest of drawers, but I will try add a chest of drawers somewhere. God knows where I'm gonna add one. The more bathrooms in The Sims I do, the more I realize that I actually, like if this was my own house, I would love a really dark bathroom. I think there's something so cozy about the idea of like darkness in a bathroom. I think also maybe the idea of the fact that I just wouldn't be able to see as much dirt in the bathroom. So maybe it's my realism speaking through inside The Sims, but there's just something so much nicer about like dark bathrooms, like dark appliances, dark flooring. Is it just me? There we go. So that is our lovely dark little bathroom. I added some terracotta just to like lighten it up a small bit, but I think terracotta also has like a really nice warm deep vibe. I think it's really pretty. So far I'm really leaning towards the left side of the apartment. I mean, I do like the warm beautiful pastel colors too, but there's just something so like satisfying about the dark colors. This just seems really Sims like, whereas the other one seems like a different game in my eyes. I don't know what it is. Doesn't make any sense, but in my head it kind of does. Anyways, I am going to try a little bit with this parents' bedroom. I'm going to try to do something. I wish there was like a double bunk bed that would allow me to like raise up the bed. That would be fantastic. I mean, logically I could put the bed this way because I know that you could just ask your other Sim to go to the other side, and I guess that would allow me then to at least put in a dresser in here because I don't even have anywhere for any of these Sims to change. Whereas if I do this, I could add a tiny little dresser as a bedside locker sort of dresser. Actually, I don't really like that one. I kind of prefer this one if that's the case. So we could do a tiny little dresser, and then next to the dresser is where the baby sleeps, and the baby sleeps in a lovely dark brown cot. I think that's cute. Might just change the bed though to something different. Oh, this dark one is pretty. Or else we could go for like a blue theme. Although the cot is at like a brown with a light beige color. So if I could find a bed that has dark brown and beige on it, that would be nice. Oh, maybe this bed. This bed usually comes through if I need it. Well, actually we could just do this. I mean, I do really love this. That like navy and the brown. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I know I'm using a lot of the same things that I do. And you know what? Maybe New Year will be a new me. I'll start using different items, but at the same time I feel like I'm the first person to talk about how important it is to use your favorite stuff in The Sims, because you got to make sure that we're happy watching and I'm happy building. We will be doing crazy challenges in 2026, so also right now if you are watching, let me know if there's anything in particular you want to see from me this year, because I do have like so much motivation. This is going to be me entering a brand new year where YouTube is like my full-time job, like this year. Whereas like last March I was still working, if you get me, like I was still at work doing my regular boring daytime job, whereas now that's all over. So now I'm starting like a brand new fresh year where I'm doing this, which is just crazy to think about. So yeah, I definitely will be asking for a lot of like video ideas and maybe like some video directions that you want to see from me. Like, would you like to see more building? Would you like to see more let's play? Because personally for me, I'm not happy to try both so that there is still a nice bit of balance on the channel, because I do really enjoy building, and building is where we started, so I can't really ever let go of that. But I'm always interested to see what you guys think, and especially because it's a new year, it would be nice to do like new year, newbies. Still crazy challenges though, so nothing is changing here. I really like this painting as a piece just because I love my little collages, and with this one it's just so easy just to plonk it on the wall, and this one reminds me of Enchanted by Nature, so I think that's great. Maybe I'll also do like a nice little shelf above here, but that should be probably enough in this room. Yeah, I think I do definitely prefer the darker colors because it just seems to be so much easier for me to clutter with the darker swatches. I know there's like not much kids stuff here. I probably could add more, or maybe we could add a little toy chest here actually. We could add this little dude. I mean, that would be kind of annoying to have the like foot of your bed, but look, maybe the kids actually come here to play. They all hang out in this room because this is the nice room of the house. Honestly, dead right, because this is a really pretty room. Maybe we could also add a TV here. I like doing that when I do these like really small squishy homes, to show that like, look, maybe there's people hanging out here together even though they've got a beautiful rest of the house. They really like this room. They like to hang out here together. There we go. So that is is the master bedroom complete, as well as the kids' room. Again, I don't think I'm going to do a hanging light in the kids' room because I kind of don't like that. It would be way too close to the bunk bed. So then I'm going to do just here as you come through. I'm actually going to get rid of this mirror because I did just use that in the bathroom. But here instead, I'm going to use this like light up mirror. I mean, it's not really a light up mirror. It's just kind of glows. Up above it, I might actually put this light, which this is not my favorite light to ever use. But I feel like in this case, in this really dark, like narrow hallway, it actually does make sense. So then next to it, well, not next to it, but in front of it, we could just wipe our feet on this. Yeah, that's not too bad, guys. That's your like front entrance. And then you get to choose where you want to go because there's not many choices, honestly. Okay, so decorating inside here, I probably won't do too much because I don't really want to like stop from this from being functional. I still will obviously play test it in a minute, but I want to make sure, oh my God, I love this rug. I'm sorry, this rug is fantastic, but I want to still make sure that this place does feel like we could still walk. Then again though, maybe I need my rug to be a little bit chill, like a bit more calm, because I feel like there's so much items trying to work together here that I need to make sure that our eyes are not like too distracted by so many different patterns. I think I might just do a very regular sort of rug, maybe just this in the black. So the kitchen should be okay. I might add maybe some like shelving and some aprons and stuff here too. Okay, there we go. I think that looks quite cute. So we've got like a little bit of art, we've got some aprons, we've obviously got like some clutter, just to show that obviously like these people obviously would have stuff on display because it's such a small space that of course you would have random crap everywhere. I think here I probably will do a trash chute. This wall is just calling out for one. We could do like a brown one to match. Wow, so fun. I mean, logically, again, it would probably make more sense to do a regular bin, not a trash chute, because like where the hell is that rubbish going? Into your toilet paper? Fantastic. But it's The Sims, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference. So then maybe on the table, just as like a little bit of decoration, I could just put this beautiful candle. Whoa, so stunning. Can I try fit this plant in here? I mean, it's gonna be squishy, but maybe I can move the TV back a bit because we actually have got a little bit of room. We'd have this plant here and then this little poof there. So pretty, guys. I hope you love it. I hope you guys are not gonna be like, oh, it's ugly, because I really love it. I think it's so pretty. Also, I washed my hair and my fringe is just doing like crazy things. Anyways. Okay, guys, so I think everything is now complete. So we've got this a really lovely dark apartment over on this side that has 5 Sims. Does it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, baby. Yes, we do. And then we've got this. And look, this is what I've done as well. I went into Lovestruck and I got these numbers to really show that there are 2 separate apartments here because we've created like our own little 4 square foyer area that really matches the outside here. Even though I don't understand why this red door is here. I wish I could change the color, but I can't, which is fine, whatever. So that is what we've got going on. So I guess we have to do a little tour. But before we do that, just before we get straight into this, I do want to make sure that she can walk over here because I just have a feeling she might not be able to. Oh my God, she's smart. Oh, why would I even ever question my Sim's smartness? I mean, it is my Sim self, so of course she's smart. But anyways, look, she can even sit on this side. I guess I will make her cook something though, because again, not that I don't trust myself, but I just need to see it. I need to see it with my own eyes. She's going to make a Yorkshire pudding. A very nice and Christmas festive dish that she's doing in her Santa hat, of course. Okay, so this is still functional. Hopefully she'll be able to finish the meal. Oh, she's acquired the cooking skill. That's fantastic. There we go. She's making them puddings. That's fantastic. And then will she be able to put them back up? Oh yeah, there we go. I guess that does make sense. Okay, so the kitchen does seem to be functional. I guess I'll let her eat. That's fine. Oh wait, she decided to eat over there. That's ideal. That's perfect. Can you sit here and eat? Wow, you really can. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't understand why this is still a glitch in The Sims. That shouldn't be a glitch in The Sims, but whatever. Now, going to clean up, she is choosing... Okay. Okay, that's not what I want. Can you... Okay, I don't want her to use a sink autonomously. So I am going to change this to a bathroom sink. And just for the time being, I am going to lock this, everyone, as well as this door. Because I want her to use the dishwasher. Is the dishwasher functional with the chair in front of it? Might not be. Load dishwasher. No, she can't. I wonder, is it the chair that's in the way? It could be. I mean, logically. What about now? No! it's not functional. Are you kidding me? Okay, what if we actually move these two around this way? Is it functional now, or is it just the dishwasher that's having a problem? Okay, no, so it was that, but I guess now I'm going to get her to cook again. I do want to just triple check that this stove is going to work. What about rice cakes? Do you want to make a family serving of that? Yeah, because the dishwasher has to work as well as the oven, of course. I mean, if there's decorations that are in the way, people can always delete them if you do download this house, but it's really like the cooking and the sleeping. Those two have to be functional. Okay, so she does seem to be able to open the oven. She just couldn't open the dishwasher because of this. But look, now that she's standing there, I guess it does make sense that it was just ever so slightly like too close. So I guess the couch still doesn't look too like awkwardly squishy. Now, can you just watch TV? Yeah, okay, so that is still functional. So this room now seems to be all good. Can you just clean this up just to tell me that the dishwasher is 100% functional? Yes, okay, so that's perfect. Never mind. Let me just quickly check the bathroom. Oh, sorry, I did unlock all the doors. Unlock, please. Thank you very much. So go into the bathroom. Okay, the sink is also functional. And now what about the shower? Shower is functional. I put this little like fern up above it, this little plant, because it reminded me of those like lavender things that people put into their showers. Okay, since you are tired, do you want to go test some beds? Because we've got 4 to test. So she can sleep in the bottom bunk. Now get up and check the top bunk. Is it going to be functional? Yes, it is. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, now let's check this bed, because there is a lot of clutter that I put around it, so there could be anissue. No, my sim is smart. Wow, new year, new her. God, she really got some knowledge for Christmas, didn't she? Okay, sorry, I keep waking her up. The poor thing is so tired. No, sleep on the other side. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I guess, look, that is still all functional. That looks like it would be functional too, so I'm kind of happy with this apartment. So I guess now I could probably just do a little tour. I am just going to triple check this apartment, because I think, did I not put extra stuff in here? Can you sit here? Yeah, you can. Okay, no, that's fine. I think this apartment is okay. Can you enter this room? Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, whatever. I guess I'm just going to let her sleep in this room because she's really tired. Well, guys, that completes my can I fit 2 apartments for random Sims into 1 apartment? And yes, I can. Bob's your uncle. It is possible. So I guess one last thing I'm going to do is do a little tour. Well, guys, welcome on in. I have no idea how to enter this house. Is this our house? It is. So if I enter through this wall, I should be able to enter our beautiful, oh my god, this doing tours in apartments is terrible. I wish they would fix this in The Sims. This is number 328 and this is number 735. Jesus, what realm do you live in? How many apartments are in this? Never mind. We're at 328. So as we come through, we can put our jackets away, wipe our feet, go into this beautifully equipped bathroom, which honestly, bathroom is great. Oh, I need to check that toilet because I don't think that toilet is functional with the litter box, but whatever. If worst comes to worst, we'll just delete the litter box and pretend we have a dog. So my house is glitching out. That's fantastic. As we come through here, we've got a beautiful kitchen with some dining space. This really nice place to just, you know, do some bills and save some money to move out of this place. We've got a nice little sitting area. Then over here, we've also got this really lovely blue bedroom. I actually really had fun decorating this. Again, I could have decorated it probably a little bit more, but with these small homes, it's kind of hard at times. So I kind of left it quite uncluttered, but I really like this idea of this bedside locker that I created. I think that's quite cute. So then over on this side, we've got the master bedroom where my poor sim is napping. She's tired. I don't know what she's tired after, but whatever. But we do have a chest of drawers here with a floating plant over here, so don't worry about it. And over here, 3 sims sleep here, a cat and 2 newborns. So I actually really do love this little room. I think it's really cute. And this whole idea of adding like the baby room onto the master bedroom, I think that would be really functional because obviously if the baby's crying, your sim can just leg it. So I think that does make a lot of sense. So that is apartment number 1 in beautiful light swatches. And then let's go to 735, which is like the polar opposite. So as you come through, you are greeted by brick and dark flooring, which I mean, I do love it. Never mind. So then as we come through this door, we've got this beautiful master bedroom. I mean, the colors are just like yummy. Like I could eat these colors and they would taste so good. But anyways, that is a master bedroom number 1. If we've got a few like really fun cluttery bits in it. Then coming through this door, I don't know what's happening. I think it's like too small to do a tour in or something. Why? Like, why won't you let me do a proper tour? Yeah, I think it's just glitching out. But anyways, we've got this tiny little room for 2 people to share. there. And we've got Bob pancakes inside the corner. Then we've got this beautiful bathroom, kind of dark, kind of dreary, but we love it. We love to see some dark colors with the wood. Fantastic. And then we've got our nice little living space. I mean, this would feel very overcrowded, but I guess there is technically only 4 Sims and a baby, so the baby's not going to walk around here. I love this little nook. I mean, wow, that if you could take anything out of this video, take this, the fact that I love this corner is beautiful. But then we've also got a nice little dining table, and as far as I'm aware, the majority of this is functional. Well guys, let me know if you would like me to try this again, potentially. Maybe if I actually randomize like how many Sims, as in like, no, not how many Sims, because obviously this was this video, but what type of Sims, because I obviously gave myself a little bit of creative freedom with 1 cat, but I could have done like bloody 3 cats, but I didn't. I decided to do 1 cat. But let me know, maybe next time we could also try and do a different aesthetic, because I kind of went for 2 very specific aesthetics for these 2 apartments. And maybe next time we'll get a bigger apartment, because this whole idea of these tiny apartments is really hard. Well guys, I'm going to leave you right here with my 2 apartments squished into one. Let me know what you think of this idea, and of course, happy new year to everybody. There is still going to be a few videos missing here and there, but on the 5th of January I'll go back to doing my full-time schedule. So let me know what you'd like to see from me down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.